Hello viewers, I'm sitting with Jeevan Punni, Jeevan Realty Point. If anybody doesn't know who Jeevan is, that means they are not living in Toronto, they are not living in a greater Toronto area. A privilege for us that Jeevan came and joined Realty Point franchise under the name of Jeevan Realty Point. What was his thoughts initially when he decided, because he is or he was one of the best performing agent. He designated REMAX 1% Canada-wide. So that means what he's doing right. Let's ask him, let's take his opinion, what his thought was about joining Realty Point franchise under the Jeevan Realty Point. Jeevan, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. First of all,
thank you very much. Congratulations. Yes. And thank you. I know we all work as one family together under the flagship of Realty Point. A guy like you who does so well in real estate, very well known, pretty much everyone knows you. You are a very creative, you are a very innovative, and you do things different than any other real estate agents. So it means that every day somebody must be behind you, come and join us. But you decided to be a part of a Realty Point.
Yes.
G1 Realty Point. What was told to you in the beginning by a head office is that got fulfilled. But before that, why you decided to go this route?
Well, Zia, obviously you being a very pleasant personality, and you and I obviously go back years in pre-construction.
Yes.
You are at the top of helm, if you will, and people do follow you, look at you. And likewise, my work is also in pre-construction, and we have crossed paths several times in a good way.
Exactly.
So having said that, number of times people have asked me to join their brokerages, or they've been telling me, why don't you open up your own brokerage because of Jeevan Punni name in South Asian market, whatever to degree it is.
Exactly.
But I think when we spoke, we hit it off right off the bat. It took me roughly about 30 minutes to mentally decide. I said so many times, people have been actually saying,
yes,
why don't you open up your own brokerage? But myself, back end, I'm not very strong.
Yes.
I can do sales, but back end, I needed assistance, and that's where, Realty Point came.
The concept.
Yes, the concept that assisted me, so I can uninterruptedly just continue doing my work in terms of selling, and yet at the back end, I don't have to worry about my paperwork. So I think that really clicked, so that's why it took me about 30 minutes or less to actually join the Realty Point.
I know the click is just to take all the headaches. So basically headaches is all mine.
All yes.
And revenue would be all yours.
That's all mine.
Yeah. I know you did so well in a short period of time after joining us that in the number of sales.
Yes.
Access to the product. Either it's a low-rise homes or high-rise condominiums.
Yes.
How you can say about that?
Well, obviously, I had a lot of assistance. I'm going to answer that in two ways. One is obviously my production is relatively at high numbers. I'll just use the word double digits for now.
Yes.
And so that I had a proven track record of last 7-8 years.
Exactly.
Okay, of being full time. Now, how it has assisted, obviously we have exclusive, when I say we, Realty Point have some exclusive projects at the low rise, being homes that not only within Toronto, but surrounding areas, which sometime I might not have, or maybe others won't have.
Exactly.
So that came into play. Not only was I be able to, take advantage of that and sell at high levels, but also the people I'm going to touch on next is the people that also associated with myself, G1 Realty Point. Those have also taken advantage of those projects.
No, definitely. Another good thing is when the name is known in a community, when the name is under the flagship of a success, right? That's where people follow.
Yes.
In a short period of time, your number of hirings are amazing. So what was your tactic?
I think, before I was a little bit hesitant in about using my name G1 attached with Realty Point, because I thought maybe I needed REMAX, maybe I need Century 21, maybe I need Home Life, and other larger brokerages, if you will.
Yeah.
But what I noticed is once we joined the G1 along with Realty Point, it became an instant hit where within 40 days, we had 35 agents on board. It was a matter of one a day. And it's growing. So I think they see the vision as a whole with G1 Realty as far as the tactics. I think the credibility of yourself, myself, and the Realty Point all came together. I think that's at the
It
end
became
result.
one good ingredient.
Yes, that ingredient, and they know how we are in pre-construction, both low-rise and high-rise. And the credibility obviously does count.
Is it not amazing that you focus on the hiring and then send us a paperwork? We'll tackle RICO.
Isn't that great?
So lots of saving, right?
Let you handle the headache.
Exactly. No, it's a great team up, no doubt about it. But as I said, it's always pleasure. But the vision you have, the energy you have, the energy which I've seen in you years ago, I would say it's only adding up.
It will only get bigger and better because, I think Realty Point as the whole, or G1 Realty, or even the whole as a whole, I think that will only get bigger and better. I think within 2 years, this is my personal belief, I think within 2 years it will be totally at a different level, because that's how rapid G1 Realty and Realty Point is growing.
Definitely, Jeevan, before you, some of my pioneer franchisees who joined us at the beginning, and I asked them, I said, the Realty Point which you joined about a year ago, where you can see, or where it stands today, in a very different ball game.
Right.
Very different ball game. Vision, definitely direction, and I totally agree with you. In the next year or two, we would be in a much different platform.
Level, 100%.
And in terms of, to be quite honest, Jeevan, let's crack some numbers. Only last 2 months, right? 240 new homes, over 100 condominiums.
Lots.
It's not
too shabby.
exactly. So it means that we can only grow it up. But once again, thank you very much for your time. I know you're quite busy. And again, we will grow up as a team, as a family. Viewers, if you can see Jeevan's energy while he was interviewing, imagine that how aggressive he is in the field of real estate. Hiring is going big time. Jeevan is also hiring big time under his G1 Realty Point flagship. We are sitting in head office. Realtors who are listening us, this is the home for you. And investors or true end users who are watching us, if you really want an aggressive team behind you, just give us a call. We'll go for a quick break. Stay with us.